But let's go to baseball. The Mets. Everybody's talking the Mets. Are the Mets for real? And I believe they are. I said this. Angel said it in the beginning of the year. Me and Angel said the Mets will be a wild card team, but right now it's looking like they might win the East if they stay healthy. And that was always the question. It wasn't whether the Mets were good enough to compete. It was always whether will Cespedes, will Syndergaard, will DeGrom stay healthy. That's still a question mark. It's early in the year. If those guys stay healthy, the Mets will compete, and they will compete for the East. If any of those guys get injured, it might hurt the team. And I will put it in this order. Cespedes cannot get hurt. If he gets hurt, even with their pitching staff, I think he really kills the flow in that offense. He just carries that offense. And then the second one I would say is either Syndergaard or DeGrom. They just can't get hurt. And so hopefully they stay healthy. I love watching the Mets. I root for them, obviously behind the Yanks, but I love what I'm watching out of the Mets. They're playing well. The guys they brought in are playing well. They're just gelling as a team. So love what I'm watching out of the Mets.
You want to hear my opinion?
Yes, sir. You didn't think they were going to be
pretenders.
Too early? You think they're pretenders?
You want to know why? The Atlanta Braves are 6-3. They have a run differential of 29, which is the best in the league. Do I think the Braves are going to make the playoffs? Nope. The Dodgers are one of the best teams in the league. You want to know their record? 3-6. Do I think they're going to miss the playoffs? Nope. All I'm saying is that they can look good right now, but something is going to happen to that team.
What's the difference between the Mets and the Braves team?
What do you mean, what's the difference?
Well, I'll answer that question. The difference is the Mets have proven stars that have made it to the playoffs and made it to the World Series. The Braves do not. No. The Braves don't have proven stars that have carried that team but Freeman, right? Freeman's the only one that's played great for a long time. They're still a very young team. The Mets are a proven team. They were just hurt last year. If they stay healthy, they'll continue to compete, especially with that pitching staff.
Pittsburgh Pirates, 7-2. We said they were going to be one of the worst teams in the league. Guess what? They're not. Do I think they're going to make the playoffs? Nope.
Angel, what do you think?
I think it's too early.
I think Giovanni's crazy. You had the Phillies, who you think are going to be better than the Mets, lose to the bum Marlins with Jake Arrieta on the mound.
Well, they won 20-1 yesterday, so
They should have saved some of them runs for today.
Well, guess what? The Marlins stink.
Marlins are the worst team in the MLB.
Mets are the truth. The Mets are going to be in the playoffs, especially if Harvey gets back on his game like we know he's been, like the past couple years ago when he was a comeback player of the year. Then Harvey is their fourth best pitcher, and he was the ace 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
Just think of it like that. He is their third or fourth best pitcher, and he was the ace, and he was starting in the All-Star game in 2013. So that's how deep the Mets are with their team. Their pitching is stacked. Their hitting is way better than it's been in the beginning of the season. But like you said, Cespedes is the key. He's got to stay healthy. Todd Frazier, well, I think was a good piece to get added to the Mets, especially in the clubhouse, having somebody with that type of personality in there. Guy who hit 30-plus home runs, and especially Adrian Gonzalez, who we know who could play, but he was on the Dodgers last year, who they had a stacked lineup. He didn't fit, especially when Cody Bellinger got brought up. So, getting him for a minimum salary a year, and he just had a grand slam today game. So,
Listen, I'll give you guys this.
Let the Mets get hot. You'll see.
I'll say this. I'll change one thing in my prediction. I think the Mets are going to be the second wild card team now. I think they're going to be better than the Phillies.
They'll be better.
I'm sorry.
But here's the difference. It's like what you said. You brought up the Braves and you brought up the Pirates. I don't think. Well, the Pirates have. They beat. What would they beat? Cincinnati. They played Cincinnati. It was another pretty bad team. And who was the first team they beat? Detroit, who's supposed to be last in the Central. So yeah, you look at teams. Who do they play? The Mets are over here about to sweep the Nationals, who everybody had winning the East. So the Mets aren't beating trashy or so-called, bad teams. They're beating Strasburg. They're beating the Nats. They're beating Scherzer. They're beating the Nats. The Nats are no team to slouch on, man, and that's who they're beating. They're beating them pretty good. It's not, some of these games haven't been close.
Let me say another key guy who, for the Mets, who has to stay healthy all season, is the guy who just came back off the DL, Conforto. Let that kid start getting hot at the top of the lineup.
It's true.
That kid's gonna hit 30 home runs in the top lineup and hit 270, 280.
Do you have him on your fantasy team?
I do have him on my fantasy team.
That's a bold prediction for someone who has him on his fantasy team.
And he came back right away.
He came, yeah, no, he can hit. You know he can hit. If he starts playing with the way he's supposed to, you're right. I like the Mets. I like them coming in. I love Frazier, the addition of Frazier and some of these guys. I think they loosen up the clubhouse. They bring some experience, and they do. I think the loosening up, the having the Frazier, having fun, you know, bringing fun back to New York and the Mets clubhouse is huge. You know, the last couple of years, I think there's just too much going on, and the health concerns. They needed to bring some more fun back in the clubhouse. That's what I think with the Yankees. You know, they had fun. They had young guys. Frazier, they brought Frazier on. They made it even more fun. It's all about having some fun, playing well, but having fun while doing it, and enjoying playing with the teams that the teammates you have on your team.
Carl's hating on me a lot today. Carl, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings.
Carl, we're not concerned about the Yankees. They're off to a bad start. A couple of extra inning losses, a couple losses that the bullpen has blown.
They also played four more games than the
Yeah,
Mets.
I'm
so
not concerned about the Yankees.
play some more games, then come talk to me.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about the Yankees. I mean, let's talk the Yankees. Are you concerned?
I'm not concerned. I'm concerned with Stanton. I'm concerned he needs to get his eyes checked. I'm concerned he's going over 6, over 5
missing the
with
ball too
5,
much.
6 strikeouts. I'm a little concerned that he can't see the ball. I mean, it's literally puzzling to me how you can strike out 5 times in a game. It's amazing.
Let's just see the problem with Stanton.
Real quick, before you start, Angel, let me just thank again everybody for tuning in. Thanks for the love. Family Chats is the name, because this is where sports brings the family together. I'm the dad, my boy here, my nephew online from Jersey. We make the triple threat that we have here. So and you guys obviously joining in, a part of the family. So we appreciate you guys tuning in, sharing this video, tuning in, and making your comments be heard. We want to make this interactive. So thank you. Angel, go ahead.
Here's the problem. I'm just going to say here's the problem with the Yankees right now. We all know Stanton is off to a horrendous start after the opening day. The guy struck out 10 times this week, which is unheard of.
Bro, half of that was in one game, son.
How about this stat for you? Stanton didn't strike out more than 4 times in a game last year.
Huh. Interesting.
How about that?
That's
Stanton
interesting.
didn't strike out more than 4 times in a game.
Bro, you can say that about probably 85% of the league. They barely get 4 at bats in the game. For him to strike out 5 times is puzzling to me. It's puzzling. I know what you're saying, but that stat sucks. Because barely anybody strikes out 4 times in a game.
Here's what I think. Here's what I think, and I said this early on. I think the Yankees and I think Boone need to look at the lineup, and they need to make sure that they add Didi in between Judge and Stanton. I think they need to put Stanton back a little bit, right? Let Didi handle that pressure. He's already been to New York. The guy has hit home runs. He's clutch. He's becoming a favorite Yankee because the guy is not afraid of the big time show, not afraid of the big at bats, and he's proven it. I love Didi batting in between those guys, and that's what they need to do.
They need to stand to
wait a second. You also have Sanchez. That is like 2 for 20 something. So he hasn't started to hit yet either. So it's again, once those two start to hit the way they're supposed to hit, watch out because they're going to be winning a lot of big games. The bullpen has started off a little rusty, which is okay. They got one of the best bullpens. We know that. It's okay. The starting pitching has been pretty decent for the most part. I'm not concerned about the Yankees. I really am not. I just think they've missed out on a few games even today. They had chances. They had bases loaded. In the bottom, I think, of the 11th inning, no outs. They were down 1 because the Orioles scored a run in the top half. And they had Judge at the plate with Stanton behind him. And what does Judge do? He bounces into the ground out right to the pitcher. Worst place to ground out. Throw to home, throw to third, double play, and then Stanton strikes out to end the game. All he needed was get it in the outfield, tie the game. But that's what's happening right now. They're just not, coming through. And I think once the season gets going, they relax and those guys start hitting. They'll be as dangerous as we think they will be. But they've had a few injuries too, so it's that's always going to be concerning. No injuries to the big guys yet. Thank God. Drury and some of these other guys, it takes its toll. CeCe had to leave the other days on the 10-day DL. So
I don't care about any of the guys that got injured.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say to you before. They gotta switch up the lineup. They can't be having Judge and Stanton back to back.
I didn't like it.
That will be 300 to 350 strikeouts between the two of them back to back.
Yeah, and I'm okay. I'm not. Here's the thing. And sorry to. Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Like you said, is getting on base.
Yeah.
So he's got to hit 3, especially now that Sanchez is struggling. He has been, like you said. He's got to stick to that 5-hole. Put Stanton 4. Let Didi be one of those top 3 hitters. At least he can get on base.
Yeah.
Stanton has an opportunity to hit a 2-run bomb if Judge doesn't get on, but most likely he's going to strike out or hit a home run.
Judge gets on base.
Well, you have to remember, Judge
gets on base.
Judge is on base. Yeah, but Judge's on base percentage is still like 420, even though he does strike out a little bit more than you want. When the on base is 420, I don't care how many times you strike out.
Listen,
I hate the strikeouts just in general. I've always had just a pet peeve of mine. I hate that people don't care about it as much.
Listen, most of the time a strikeout is the same thing as a ground out or a fly out.
Yeah, but
most of the time it's the same exact thing.
You're right, but here's the difference. Right, that's it. If you don't make contact, you never even give yourself.
That's what I'm saying. 90% of the time, it's the same exact thing.
It's shown last year for Judge. So you're right, but if you look at Houston's game yesterday,
it's the same thing.
What happened? Guy pops it up in the infield. He didn't strike out. Should have been an easy out. It dropped. The game was a walk-off pop-up in the infield. It's crazy. What happens when you put the bat on the ball? It's important because you never know what's going to happen.
All I'm saying is that 90% of the time it's the same thing.
I would rather have a strikeout than a ground out because if they just keep making contact with the ball and they're getting out, they're going to know one of these times they hit the ball, it's going to find a hole. So they'd rather hit a pop-up or a ground out than strike out, and that's the problem with Sanchez. Judge Stanton. They can't be hitting back-to-back. It's going to be... Yeah, no,
I didn't like it to start the year. I thought it was silly that they wanted to put Stanton and Judge back to back. I get it. You want to get them in the lineup more at bats, but I just thought put Didi. I thought it would make Didi a better player. Putting him in between, it would switch up the righty lefty a little bit, and I think it takes a little bit of pressure off of Stanton putting Didi there because Didi's going to come through. If you put Didi third, Didi will get 100 RBIs this year if he stays at third, and it'll take some pressure off of Stanton. We saw. Listen. Remember the one game Didi had 8 RBIs? Guess what? That came after Stanton struck out 2 times. He struck out, left man on base, and Didi came and picked him up. They asked Stanton at the end of the game, what do you think about the 5 strikeouts? He said, thank God Didi picked up the garbage because I was garbage today. And I'm just glad my team picked me up. So I just think leaving Didi in front of him, he'll pick up more of that. And I think it also takes a little bit of pressure off of Stanton. Stanton needs to relax a little bit. He wants to make obviously a big presence.
Those bright lights are hurting his.
Yeah, they're hurting him right now.
But let's move on to the Dodgers. Let's have this last conversation because they have been trash.
West Coast
trash. They've been honestly one of the worst teams in the league. Like a power outage has gone out. Nobody has more than 1 home run.
Yeah, they're not hitting.
Nobody has more than 4 RBIs. The leader on the team has 4 RBIs, and that guy's hitting like 150.
Did Turner make that much of a difference getting hurt?
I have no idea. They barely won today. They played 10. They played 10 innings and only scored 2 runs.
I like Corey Seager. Justin Turner's their best hitter.
Well, Corey Seager this year is hitting 226 with 1 RBI. Been absolute garbage.
Is their best hitter. This guy is one of the best hitters in the league. He hits for average. He hits for home runs. He hits for extra base hits. Gets on base.
Yeah, no, it's
And
true.
pitching terrible out of the bullpen.
Yeah, Kershaw's 0-2, and he's given up, I think,
Kershaw's
2 runs.
0-2. He's given up 2 home runs to 2 lefties.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what the difference is between this year's Dodgers team and last year's Dodgers teams is all of the under the radar guys that were hitting good last year, Forsythe, the catcher, Taylor,
all the young guys.
they've been terrible this year. Puig, who played better last year, they've all played trash this year. Their
So
best
far.
hitter is Yasmani Grandal.
It's true. And
That's the thing. That's the thing about those young guys. I think you said like Bellinger, Taylor. Those guys are so young, and they had great seasons last year that we don't know if they're gonna do that again. They have the potential because we've seen it, but we haven't seen a consistent. All right, he did this year.
yeah, it's early.
And Peterson has been absolute garbage.
Yeah,
but
it's early. I think what hurts the Dodgers a little bit more is that they're losing these games to their division, right? So Arizona, they played Arizona and San Francisco in 2 series, and you're losing big games against these, your division
and
rivals.
not scoring any runs, only getting 1 hit.
Yeah, and
It's
and that's true. They've had a couple games where they've scored a lot, or they're either hitting a lot or they're not hitting at all. So it's either hit or miss for them. But I think with the pitchers they have, if their pitchers keep pitching, get good like Kershaw, eventually they'll turn it around. You can't keep getting performances like that from Kershaw, and he's going to keep losing 1-0. I don't see that happening.
All right.
Let's do this one little segment real quick.
All right,
Yes.
let's go.
Worry, or whatever.
Gotcha.
Ready?
Go
I
ahead.
say worry or whatever. Cleveland Indians have the worst batting average in the major leagues. Worry or whatever.
Whatever. They're 4-5. I think they're gonna turn it around. The rest of the division is trash this year too. Minnesota leads the division. They're 5-4. So Cleveland's only a game away or 2 games. So I'm not really worried about them.
I would say worry because I think Minnesota. We talked about them. If they get too far behind Minnesota, and you got guys or teams like the Yankees and the Angels who are starting well, you're going to get yourself behind in the wild card too far. You don't want to get too far. So I'd be worried if I'm Cleveland.
Yeah, I agree with Giovanni right now. I think it's whatever. I think they have too many guys right now that are on the team that are too solid. Ramirez off to a slow start. Lindor off to a very slow start. And Encarnacion has 3 home runs, but he still hasn't been banging the ball in.
And and you're right. Here's the 2 things about those 2 teams: the Indians and the Dodgers. Last year, I think both of them went on some incredible stretches where
They couldn't lose.
they didn't lose much, and that can happen at any time still with those teams because they still got pitching.
Alright, we talked about Stanton, Judge, and all them. Worry or whatever. Yankees with Stanton.
Whatever.
Right now, I'm worried. Right now, honestly, I'm worried because of the 2 games where he struck out 5+ times. I'm worried. It's a concern because
I'm not
he's not
concerned.
playing well.
It's still early, and this is baseball. I've seen guys struggle like this over and over again, and guys like Stanton who are proven, once they get 400 or 500 at bats, are going to usually get the same type of numbers they normally do. So I'm not worried about him at all because he can have a stretch where he hits, 15 home runs in a month. So I'm not worried about him.
Yeah, I'm not worried either. I think if they switch that lineup, they got to switch Stevie.
Yeah,
Once he gets back from that, I think he's gonna hit 40 home runs easy. He's gonna go on a stretch where he hits like 10 home runs in a week, and it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
All right, the last one we talked about it. Dodgers, worried or whatever.
not worried. It's early. They're just getting their feet wet. They don't have Turner yet. Turner should be back soon. I'm not really worried about the Dodgers. I think they just have such a solid team. They do have to hit better though,
Yeah.
where I can not be worried.
I would say worried, and the reason why I say worried
The
is
rest
not
of the
because the Dodgers right, but because of the rest of the
Because
division. Because we talked
the
about
rest of
how
the division
good that
is good.
division is. You know,
And they're doing the same thing.
Arizona's come out hot. They're 7-2. Colorado's come out and played decent. They still haven't played their best. They're 5-5. So but the Giants, who don't have Bumgarner, if they stay in this race
Country
and
got 6 hits.
Bumgarner comes back, the Dodgers can't get too far in this division. There's too many good teams in this division. They're going to have to continue to play them. So I'd be a little concerned if I'm the Dodgers.
Yeah, I agree. I'm worried about the Dodgers. I think they're off to, like you said, the division's too strong.
true.
So I'm worried about the Dodgers. When Turner gets back, I feel like they'll flip it around. But
I will say this. Ohtani, I'm keeping my MVP pick. He might be the Cy Young too, the way he pitched today. I will say that.
Was he your MVP pick?
Last week he was. I
week.
changed him last week. And he's hit 3 home runs and he's 2-0.
Yeah, he looks like the real
So-
deal. But I'll take comment from Felito. The Yanks lineup isn't the problem. You think it's the pitching.
Agreed.
So you think that
I kind of
Severino,
agree, but-
Gray, wait, Severino's been great. Tanaka's been very good. Those are their top 2. So
Gray's been solid. Gray
the
got a win.
bullpen is the bullpen where maybe you're a little concerned about. Their started off a little cool, but I'm not concerned about their bullpen because even last year, the Yankees bullpen in the first half blew a lot of games, a whole lot of games.
I mean, Betances needs to get it together. I mean, Chad Green has had a couple of good games, but then he has a couple
one
of games
game,
where he's like...
Yeah, one game that was bad, but I'm not
Robertson
concerned.
blew a game. I mean, it's like...
Yeah, it happened last year too. That's
please.
why I'm not overly concerned about the Yankees. I think Severino will continue to pitch great. I love what Tanaka's doing so far. But yeah, the Gray, he's on and off. CC being a little hurt. Montgomery got hit pretty good today. So we'll see what
But
ends up
Montgomery
happening.
pitched good his first game, so it's like...
Yeah, he's going to have games like that.
And it just sucks that it happens
And
when
that's
when
true
we score
too.
5 runs in
That's
the
a
first
good
inning.
point, Carl. They're playing in crappy weather up there. I think that's another part. We haven't talked about why
Agreed.
Stanton is not hitting well in New York. The guy's from Miami.
Used to Miami.
He's born in California. He's not used to playing in this cold weather. Wait till the weather warms up. This guy's going to take off.
I will say I did play today. I had a workout today, and it was like 30 degrees over there.
Oh my
So
God.
hard to play. I felt like I was taking an ice bath for about 7 minutes.
I remember. It's funny. I remember playing that weather. It's not fun to play in that weather, man. It's not fun to hit. It's you're trying to keep warm. You're moving in the infield like crazy just to stay warm, jumping up and down. Yeah, it's not fun playing in that cold weather. I definitely agree.
I cannot relate. I've probably never played in the cold.
Nope. But let's see, man. I think
That's a wrap.
that's gonna wrap it up here. I want to thank Angel for tuning in out from New Jersey. Give us a text. Let us know the update of what's happening.
When do you come back? You come back
when
next
are you coming
week?
back?
Will you be back next Sunday?
I don't think next Sunday I'll be there. Again.
Well, I won't be here. I will actually not be here either next Sunday. I will actually be in California. So we got to figure out how to make this work next week.
Crazy.
We'll try to figure something out.
That's crazy.
If Joe has to run this by himself, family chats will go on.
It's going to be a
us.
good week, too, because the NBA playoffs will probably start. We're going to be another week in the MLB season. We're probably going to hear some more Johnny Manziel news because the boy's making a comeback. I mean, as NFL moves start happening, we're going to hear more about that. The draft is coming up.
The weather's warming
weather's
up,
warming
up
up.
north, so the Yankees will get hotter.
I mean,
Hopefully.
we did talk Sixers.
We did talk
Todd.
Sixers. We
did.
believe they're going to give Cleveland the best run in the playoffs. So just when we're done here, play the video again. You can hear all.
Or
the
watch it
heat
on
debate.
YouTube on Wednesday.
Or watch it on YouTube when it comes out. But that's another great point. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Share this video. Go back and review it. Check us out on YouTube. Right? Follow us on YouTube.
Follow us on YouTube.
Follow us on Instagram. Instagram is consistently. We have fun with Instagram. If you go to Instagram, you'll see some fun videos. A lot of just what's going on, but cool to follow us there. And where else? That's it.
That's it. Just make sure you guys give us a lot of love on social media. Give us a like, give us a share, give us a follow. Do everything you can to support. We really appreciate it. We're on week 14, so we're getting close to the 4 months. 4 months. We're getting close to 4 months of family
Yeah.
chats, and
So it's all because you guys tune in and want to hear it. Because if you guys didn't want to tune in, and
listen, we
wanna
were
hear
talking
it,
to nobody. This would have ended a long time ago.
This would have ended a long time ago. So we appreciate you guys tuning in, sharing it, giving us the love. We do. Again,
We're gonna have a LeBron James episode next week because it's just gonna be me. All right, we're gonna talk LeBron for a straight hour. All right, I'm gonna give a straight facts about LeBron. I'm gonna tell y'all when he was born, what hospital. I'm gonna wear his shoes. I'm gonna buy a pair of LeBron shoes.
He's gonna
and
give
wear
you
them.
his middle school and high school stats.
We're gonna talk LeBron for an hour straight next week. Yeah, thanks for tuning in this week, guys. We're obviously we're gonna do something next week. I promise you.
Yeah, just join. We'll be tuning in somehow. I'll be in Cali. I'll try to figure out a way to make this work. If it's not Angel and him tuning in, we'll do it somehow, some way. But
or
again,
I'll just tune in. I'll jump on.
Thank you. This is Family Chats, where sports brings the family together. Thanks again for another great episode.
And thanks for being a part of the family.
Appreciate the love. Have a fantastic week. God bless to you all.
Thanks, guys.
Angels, be good. Peace.
YouTube, thanks for watching. If you watched the whole video, we really appreciate it. Make sure you guys drop a subscribe. If you like the video, share it with your friends.
Hook us up, man. Subscribe.
Listen,
it ain't gonna kill you. Hit the button.
Hit the button. Should be down in the right or left.
Family Chats. Don't miss what we have to talk about with every sport known to man. Watch it. Subscribe. Share it with your grandma, grandpa, grandpa's brothers, everybody. Share it.